Alright, hello everybody, how you doing? Back for another Slay the Spire stream. Last for a while, maybe. But I thought about it, and I looked at the patch, and the patch was kind of underwhelming. Basically, the stuff that made it to release is like a third of the stuff that's currently on beta, so they didn't move much, and they didn't change anything that wasn't already on the beta. So we're just gonna stick to the beta. Rather than go to release, and yeah, probably gonna finish out this win streak, and then as soon as I lose, we're gonna be done with Slay the Spire for a while. But hey, Putt Dog, you did get here with perfect timing. Nobody else is here yet, really, so just getting started. But yeah, basically, as soon as this win streak is over, we're gonna retire Slay the Spire for a bit. It won't be the end though. I mean, I'm certainly gonna come back to it whenever there's anything new, some new Ironclad cards maybe, or obviously the new class, new modes, etc. Still a lot to come, but for now I feel like I've kind of done everything there is to do. So anyway, let's go ahead and open up the game. There it is. So yeah, I guess we'll stick to the beta version. I mean, this first run here is going to be an Ironclad, so I guess if you guys end up wanting to see the release version instead, that's fine. I think that the beta version is a little easier, so for a win streak, I might prefer to be on release for the harder version, but I know that people want to see the new silent cards and whatnot. Come on, Obs. You've done this before. Alright, there we go. But yeah, we're gonna keep alternating. So my hopes, I'd like to get 10 wins in a row. That would be my. This is probably gonna be the last chance to win streak, because next time it's gonna be on like hard mode or endless mode where you can't even win endless mode. So this might be my last chance to get a nice win streak going. But I'll try not to play boring. I think if all I cared about was the wins, I would just play Exhaust Ironclad and Momentum Silent every time, but I won't do that. I'll still mix it up, but I will no longer be accepting challenges because the chat already failed to kill me yesterday, or not yesterday, 2 days ago. Alrighty, so nobody's really here yet. Well, the one person, Putt Dog. Anyone who's here can go ahead and vote on the option. Otherwise, I'll just pick myself. If you have no opinions. You're here. Well, what would you like me to select here? All right. I usually let the chat vote on the option. This is interesting. I'm not really sure whether 50% HP is worth the rare compared to the basic card. 100 gold might even be better. 100 gold usually lets you pick a card at a shop. 100 gold is probably better than picking a card. Let's see. There's a pretty good route with like 3 merchants here. 3 merchants, 3 campfire, 2 campfires, 3. Well, yeah, you can take a campfire over a merchant here maybe. So 2 merchants and 3 campfires, something along those lines. So if there's endless mode win streak, yeah, endless mode win streak would be interesting. Let's see, we got slime boss. So yeah, I mean, if there's all these merchants, I'm gonna take the gold, I guess. If there's no opinions in chat. The rare card is more interesting, but with 50% HP, maybe we can take some elite fights over here. Like if I were at half HP, I wouldn't take those elites ever. That's kind of gross. It's probably better to double strike, because I don't think we're striking more than once next turn. Oh, I guess we do. The bash is better than triple. Bash strike is, yeah, like bash is better than double strike if you're gonna play 2 more strikes after it, but I didn't think we would. I thought he would attack. Jesus. Not an auspicious start. The game wants me to take damage today, apparently. Hey Ovadu, good morning indeed. Woke up a couple hours ago. Okay, so of these, starting with Wild Strike is really bad, because, you know, early, before you have evolves and stuff, you don't want to get wounds. Clothesline is fine, but kind of mediocre, and Shrug It Off is always good, so it's a pretty easy Shrug It Off. So, yeah, as far as the beta, actually I didn't check the patch notes. If there's any new I didn't, as of yesterday, I didn't see anything new on the beta branch, but maybe they added something. Now I'm kind of paranoid. I'm probably gonna restart the game after this to see what the patch notes say. Because I don't want to run in. I don't want to like find out that they re-implemented the puppeteer or something and get caught by surprise. But as far as I know, from what I saw as of yesterday, there's no changes really. No beta notes. Yeah. I don't think they updated it, but let's see. Okay, well we already took a block. But True Grit would lead us to Exhaust, which is the best archetype. Interesting. I mean, Headbutt is always good. Headbutt I think is the best common attack for Ironclad and fits in kind of every deck. So let's just take that. I might want to fight an elite over here. It's easier to do that if I have more attacks. Yeah, it looks like we just have to fight the elite unless we want to skip these 2 merchants. So it looks like we're definitely fighting an elite. Watching a VOD and I went live. Good timing. Actually, I'm just gonna check. Yeah, I'm just gonna check the. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think there are any changes to the beta. I don't think so. From what I see, yeah. I mean, Draco's right. There's no changes in the Discord or anything. Okay. Shockwave on sale. That's good. Always a good include for any Ironclad deck, pretty much. Sadistic Nature. I don't know. This is mostly a silent card. I mean, it works with poison, mostly. I don't know how you would use it in Ironclad. I mean, you'd have to play a lot of, like... It like, gives +3 damage to your thunderclaps or whatever. But yeah, let's just take shockwave and remove or save. Let's see. I don't even know if we're hitting this shop. We might just hit double elite. Yeah, it works with weakness and vulnerability. But I mean, I don't necessarily know how to exploit that on Ironclad. Like, you don't have, I mean, poison is so easy because you can get like powers that spam poison every turn and trigger the sadistic nature every turn. But if you're playing on Ironclad, you know, there's really nothing that does that. There, like, makes a vuln every turn. You have to actually pay for it, so it's very hard to get maximum value. Let's see, so we can take one more damage. One more is acceptable. Also, maybe this is something I should suggest to the devs, but I think that headbutt should be optional. I don't think you should be forced to put a card on top if you don't want to. Because there are times where you really don't want to. Like, I find myself striking over headbutting because it's all bad stuff in my discard. So we don't want Thunderclap because we just took Shockwave. That's a little bit redundant. Fire Breathing is a pretty... It's just like an okay... It's like just a neutral card. Unless you're playing Turbo Block, it's fine. I don't really know where this deck is going. I think Sever Soul is a pretty dangerous card to take out of nowhere. I don't really like Fire Breathing that much, but it is a pretty neutral option that makes my deck better. Could take nothing, but I mean, Fire Breathing, it's a power. If I want to upgrade it, it costs 0, so it's not so bad. It's AoE. I prioritize AoE pretty highly, but a lot of the AoE in the game isn't that great. So we're taking damage here. I guess this is worth taking 1 damage for. I mean, AoE is really good in this game because all the hardest fights are packs. Like, with the exception of a few solo elites, and obviously, like, Time Eater, like, even 2 of the final bosses are packs, you know? So having AoE is actually pretty nice. Why do they keep attacking me? Why do they these guys are attacking me every single turn. It's unreal. It's like they know that I'm streaking. Oh my god. I wonder if they changed. They probably didn't, but I know the Acid Slime debuffs really often, and he's not doing it here. Anyway, we're fine now. This guy, I mean, this guy pretty much always attacks, so that's fair, but... Slime San. Sure. Yeah, I don't know. AoE's nice. The issue with fire breathing is it's like so low impact. You know, 2 to 3 damage a turn usually, unless you build your deck in some really weird way where you can play like 5 attacks a turn. Obviously, if you had like Anger, Unceasing Top or something, then that would be amazing, but most of the time it's just a little bit of value. Alright, so do we want Carnage or nothing? I mean, Carnage is fine. Doesn't seem like we're going for a self-damage build or anything. Carnage is generally my favorite 2-cost attack. Like, Sever Soul doesn't fit in every deck. Carnage does, so... Sure. And we get these assholes. I was hoping for the, what was I hoping for? I don't know. Probably not these guys, though. We probably want a Carnage here. I'm in a deck spot. This is the downside of Carnage. I think, like, if that were some other attack, I would probably not play it. Oh my god, they're all... Every pack is just all in. Please stop. Thank you. So Shockwave will make them all vulnerable. But only vulnerable. So I don't know if it's worth it. I think I want to just play Fire Breathing and hit this guy, it'll kill him. So I think that's best. And then I'll headbutt first, because again, this is a situation where like I wouldn't want to headbutt anything on top, but luckily I can just play it first. Not sure if... I think we can lose this now, maybe. It's... I mean, it's 6 damage, right? 6 damage versus 12 and lose the Carnage. I don't know, this one's close. Like, we don't have any good attacks in our deck besides the Carnage, that's the issue. You did a run that had 0 blocks by the final boss? That sounds not optimal. I mean, I won a run with a Perfected Strike deck, but I wouldn't recommend it, you know? So it seems like by our health, we're probably going to avoid the second elite. I mean, we could do it. Oh, Ornamental Fan, so more incentive to play more attacks per turn. Not this one though. I refuse. There's Limit Break, but really no reason to assume we could make that happen. So I guess I'll take Ghostly Armor. Like, we're not an exhaust deck. So what are we? I don't know. But I guess Shrug It Off Ghostly Armor is mostly what we're going to rely on in terms of blocks, so taking this is fine. Panache, the new Panache. I guess this wasn't... Is this on release? I don't know. I don't know if this version of Panache is on release now. But it got nerfed. It's no longer an auto-include, which is good. Reckless Charge kind of helps with our strategy. I mean, it being a zero-cost attack, it helps trigger Fan, which makes up for the vulnerable a little bit. It's not really my favorite card, though. And Rage is just bad. We've got another shop coming up. I don't know. If we're not gonna be exhausting, then it's possible we want the Metallicize also. But it's not something I'm really gonna put a high priority on. Yeah, Panache used to be 4 cards, so it's much, even though it seems kind of minor, like, almost every deck can play 4 cards a turn. 5 cards is a lot more specialized, and 10 cards is like, even the cycle decks that could play 8 cards a turn and trigger this twice now have trouble triggering it a second time. Rage is awful. Rage is like one of the worst cards in the game. It's, because the thing is, even if you play, you have to play 3 attacks after it for it to be any good, and that's pretty hard to do when you consider that it already costs 1 energy. If you play two after it, it's just to shrug it off that doesn't draw. It's really bad. I would never play this, like, ever. And if you have a handful of blocks, then sometimes you get in this awkward situation where, like, you know, you have, like, if you want to block for a lot, then you have to play all your blocks and not attack. Like, the thing is, this game rewards you for doing one thing really well on a turn. You're either going to block all their damage or you're going to attack when they're not attacking, right? It's pretty rare that I would want to, like, block for exactly 12 and attack with the rest, because then I'll get hit for some damage. I would want to play this alongside other blocks, and in that case it doesn't do anything. So it's bad. It's bad. If Ironclad had dash, you could play this with dash and, like, be able to block everything. I mean, Ironclad has Iron Wave, don't they? Yeah, I guess. So you could play this with a bunch of Iron Waves and a bunch of energy and a bunch of zero cost cards, I guess. That's the only way to make this work. Anyway, I think I am going to take the Reckless Charge. It's on sale and it fits my strategy, even though it's not a card I like very much. And then it's just like, do I want the Metallicize or do I want to remove something? I don't know. This deck wants Metallicize. I believe that. Especially if we're playing stuff like Carnage. Like, it's going to be... like, blocking is not going to be our specialty. Reckless Charge and stuff. So, I mean, if we take Metallicize, rely on the Fan and the Metallicize mostly for our blocks, then it's a lot easier to stay on the offensive. This type of deck isn't my forte. I prefer safe decks. That's why I don't usually like Metallicize that much. But it does make sense here. I think it makes more sense than removing. And then I kind of want to buy the Pommel Strike, but I'll save. Buying commons is something I usually leave as kind of a last resort if they're really, really good for my strategy. I guess this is better. I mean, see, the thing is, Metallicize is not actually good in the best Ironclad decks, because the best Ironclad decks already have a ton of block, and they don't need it. And they have other powers like Feel No Pain and you know, I don't know, like Dark and Brave. I mean, any power is pretty much higher impact than Metallicize. But in the aggro Ironclad decks, Metallicize makes a lot more sense because you're not filling your hand with blocks. Oh, we take one? No. Oh no, we don't. Basically, metallicize is better the fewer blocks you have. So I don't know. You have to play few blocks and not be playing exhaust, which is like pretty opposite of the optimal ironclad strategy. I don't even know if that was a good play. He's gonna split like instantly. But okay, we get a big... I guess that was a good play. We're gonna get a lot of damage on him. Slay the Spire streaking, that's right. Yeah. I'm telling you, these acid slimes today are like... There's something in the water, something in the acid. Let's see, 6, 12... Oh no, I have headbutt, okay. Uppercut? I mean, again, a little redundant with the shockwave. And the carnage, so probably not. Dual wield is interesting. I mean, I would kind of like to turn this into a dual wield deck, but I'm not sure. We only have the reckless charge right now. You can dual wield fire breathing also when you upgrade it, but that's like 2 upgrades we'd have to use on that silly combo. I mean, how could this become a dual wield deck? Does Clash ever fit? We'd have to start removing defends. I don't know if I like it. Like, we have some pieces for that. We have the metallicize and the fan. But it's kind of just... It feels kind of just cute for no reason to me. How much is this game? Yeah, chat answered. I don't expect it to be on sale very often since it's still in early access. Usually early access games aren't on sale very much, although there are a few on sale now during the winter sale. I'm not sure if this one is. I picked up a couple early access games on sale, like Heat Signature. We're only hitting 2 campfires. I don't want to use both of my upgrades on this silly combo. Even though I really want to do it just for the lulz, but we're on a win streak. I'll restrain myself. Smiling Mask. That's not bad. Now I'm glad I didn't remove at the last merchant. This is a pretty good relic. I think I'll go for it. Although the heal is nice. And there's a merchant coming up that I can just pay 50 gold to remove the curse, so it's kind of like both are actually tempting. Can I get out of this without taking much damage though? That's the problem. I have shockwave and fire breathing help a little bit. This is a good relic. It makes you does it make you immune? So there's one that makes you immune to one, and I don't know. Either it makes you immune to vulnerable or it makes vulnerable only. I think it makes vulnerable only 25%, and the other one makes you immune to weaken. I think that's how it goes. Because like right now I'm looking at getting 2 campfires and not resting, but this might force me to rest, so it might cost me an upgrade. In which case, I don't know if it's worth it. Yeah, but I would have to pay 50 gold even if I take the heal, so I guess I'll do it. Synergy with Reckless Charge? I guess it does have synergy with Reckless Charge. I didn't really consider that. You're not wrong. Okay, so that guy's gonna die, so we can just... Let's see, we have to Ghostly. Well, then I'm left with 1 energy anyway. Or no, I'm not. No, it's fine. Oh, we could have shrugged because I have Metallicize up. Duh. Didn't really matter though. That's probably what I wanted to do anyway. Man, chat is on it tonight. I don't have to answer any questions. Yeah, it's 25 instead of 50, right? Okay. Take a pommel strike, always good. We may just upgrade that pommel strike, or I guess shockwave. Shockwave's the best. Especially for the boss. Yeah, Moo. I'm glad the genre is getting more attention because before this I played Dream Quest, and I don't think Dream Quest got the attention it deserved. So should I take 1 damage for the sake of killing the more threatening guy? Because next turn, like if I kill this guy, I guess the vulnerable only. Oh wait, I don't take more damage because vulnerable is only 25. So I can actually block this with 8 anyway. Haha. Relic already useful. I don't know. It's unlikely the fire breathing is going to deal 6 damage, right? Hey, Karma. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what it is that drew people to this game over, like, I mean, obviously Dream Quest has the graphics issue, but it's not like this is the first deck building game ever made. It seems like it's getting a lot of attention from people, like streamers who wouldn't ordinarily play this kind of game. I guess from the roguelite community-ish. Legend, huh? Legend doesn't really work with our attack spam strategy. I mean, it's a good card. I mean, I think I'm taking it. I mean, I think it's kind of stupid to turn down a bludgeon this early, even though it doesn't really work with the idea of playing a bunch of attacks. It's just good. It's just good to have these big cards for option value. Like, I might turn it down if there was something else there that I wanted, but... Another fire breathing? Another fire breathing and another reckless charge. I don't know. We're certainly removing something, because we have the smiling mask. And it's gonna be a strike. I guess I'll take the second fire breathing. I mean, I don't know. I can't buy that and the charge. I kind of want the charge more. Weirdly, because I have this relic. I mean, it's not a great card. You know, I'm usually against zeros, but I have a lot of 2s and 3s now. So the zeros get better. And it's pretty low downside. I'll synergize with this stuff. Like, I don't think we're ever making a really spammy deck. You know, I didn't take the dual wield. If I had taken the dual wield, then this is fine. But I'm actually going to grab this. Yeah, this is the last shop on the floor. These kill. Yeah, Apotheosis is pretty amazing. Sometimes. Man, another dual wield. I really wish we had gone for that. We could have had 2 dual wields, 2 fire breathings, but the problem is they all take upgrades. You need to upgrade them all to make them... Because dual wield gives you the extra card and fire breathing makes it 0, so you have to upgrade them all. Otherwise, I don't think I want anything here. Pummel is like this really low impact, low investment card because it exhausts itself. But it's not that great, it's just 8 damage. So we'll skip. Oh yeah, sorry, the Mushroom Relic, yeah, vulnerable deals 25% instead of 50% more damage. So the reckless charges are better than usual in this deck. And let's... So what's the upgrade for this? It's just 3 damage, yeah. Probably upgrade Carnage, that's a pretty big... I don't know, though. We have a lot of other 2s and 3s now that kind of make us not want to play this. Maybe Pommel. I think the card draw could be really useful, especially with the double reckless charge. More card draw could be good. Yeah, Pummel's like a strength card. It's not really for us. No, fire breathing goes to 0 cost. So that's why I was saying with the dual wield deck, you can copy fire breathings for 0 and get a lot of fire breathings out. Probably, if Carnage wasn't here, I would just bludgeon him, but it's probably better to save the Carnage and shrug. So what is it? Is this 2 more or 3 more damage? I don't know how it rounds. I think it's 2 more. Right, I guess Shockwave isn't great in this fight. Yeah, we definitely just want to bludgeon him next turn. What's he at? He's at like 76. One card, so hopefully we'll draw some Reckless Charges alongside. Boom. This boss needs a buff. They buffed the Guardian, but I feel like the Guardian was harder than this guy. Berserk, still the worst card in the game. Impervious would be good for us. Certainly not Barricade, but Impervious is really good. In an offensive deck, having access to this is really nice. And we have some card draw, so... Impervious it is. Energy. Alright, we're going to take the 4th energy above anything. We certainly wouldn't want Pandora's Box anyway, so... Pretty easy choice. Sozu. Yeah, so Ethereal, if you don't play it at the end of the... It's just forcing you to play it. Sometimes it's a downside, sometimes it's actually an upside. Alright, so what are we going to do here? We want to hit as many merchants as possible because we got that 50 gold removal. So if we go here... That's 4 campfires, 2 merchants, and an optional elite. That's a really good path. That's a really good path. This one's also 4 campfires, but only 1 merchant. So I think that's the best we can do. It's the right side. That Shockwave is going to make these guys deal 0. Actually, with Vulnerable, does that... I'm scared. I don't know how the math works with them being weak and me being vulnerable. I actually have no idea. What's the worst case scenario here? So I take 10. I have no clue how this is gonna work. I guess I'll science it. I want to know for the future. I'll probably be okay even if I take 10. Alright, looks like we're still good. I mean, I guess it doesn't... I guess if they're dealing 0, there's nothing to multiply. Like, it takes their number first, and then checks it against my own vulnerability. So if they're already dealing 0, it doesn't just balance out against the weakened. It's actually after the weakened, probably. Because otherwise, it would reset it to 1. Look at this guy attacking. Like he owns the place. So, 15. I don't have to use the Impervious, but I guess I will. I guess... Oh wait, is this... Oh, this kills this guy. We can kill this guy. We can also kill this guy, actually. Oh yeah, because they're vulnerable. Yeah, this guy's more dangerous though. But I don't know. Buffed flame barrier, yeah. I kind of like the new flame barrier. I mean, it's still not my favorite block ever, but yeah, sword master. I mean, that's pretty much what I figure here is like the weaken applies first, and then if that number is 0, then there's nothing to multiply against the vulnerable. So can I kill you? Oh, I can kill you, sure. Armaments. Do I want an armament? I don't really want an armaments because I need my blocks to be actual blocks. I can't really afford... Like, if I'm blocking, then I'm going to play it alongside a bunch of other blocks. And I don't have that... I'm trying to keep my deck relatively low ratio of blocks compared to what I normally do. This is kind of... It just doesn't fill the function that I need it to. Seeing red... Yeah, I think seeing red is usually going to be good. Well, I think I actually do buy the reckless charge. Maybe. No, we're at 4 energy now. I don't want to add more zeros. We're at 4 energy and we just added a seeing red too. Wasting energy is the biggest sin in Slay the Spire. So if you end up with a hand where like the enemy isn't let's say the enemy isn't attacking and you have a hand of like defend, shrug it off. Like, I don't know, defend, shrug it off. Someone, you know, not pommel, but like defend, shrug it off, strike, and 2 reckless charges. Well, you're really only using 1 energy towards attacking them. So you have to like draw a card off, shrug it out. So it's very inefficient. That's why big cards are good and zeros are not. So I think a third 0 is too much. How can we strip this guy? We only have bash, right? Hey, Himslef, how you doing? Okay. Should I... Well, my Impervious is gone. I could bring the Ghostly Armor back. Maybe. Then that's only blocking 10. Or not even 10. Yeah, but I guess that's what I do. Well... Yeah, I guess that's what I do. What else is in my deck? If I draw Bludgeon, is he dead? No. Reckless Charge hurt us a little bit here. Shouldn't have played Impervious there? Why? If I didn't play Impervious, I was taking damage. It was my only block. Alright, well, we don't need a second shockwave. We don't need any of this. We don't need the elixir, so... Yeah, this is the route. Fight or event? I think event. Okay, what do we get at the library? It exhausted before... yeah, but I'm not just gonna take 10 damage for no reason. Like, that's not a good play. Okay, so I don't think we need another big block. Might take a second metallicize, actually. Yeah. No, it's easy, guys. It's fine. This fight isn't super hard. So we've been killing Pointy first. I don't know if that's right, but seems to make sense. Oh right, we have. Sorry, I should have done. Yeah. I mean, I guess not. Okay, so fire breathing plus 3 attacks. Well... Oh, I don't have 3 attacks. My bad. So I have to go 2 attacks into him. It's kind of awkward. But I have the impervious to block everything. Maybe I don't. Maybe I just hit the Pointy once since we're blocking everything anyway, and let the fire breathing finish him eventually. Oh, we're not blocking everything now. Oh. Yeah, we're minus 2 decks and the... Well, alright. A little sloppy. It's not the end of the world, but... It's only 24... So Shockwave Bludgeon kills this guy. But then we take all that damage. I guess there's not much else I can do, though. This is just on the beta, on the beta build. It replaces the red mask event. So you win this fight, you get the red mask instead of just giving up all your gold. They give you the option to give up all your gold to run away, but instead you take. It's similar to the. It's very similar to the angry mushrooms. Okay, I think another pommel strike is good. I want more card draw. More card draw, maybe I can accommodate more reckless charges. Upgrade it, or seeing red, or... Yeah. So elite, we've got 3 campfires and a lot of, like, it's 3 campfires and only 1 fight afterwards, so it's not a very threatening route, so we could probably afford to take some damage. Then again, let's think about the elites we could get. I mean, I'm not that scared of the packs. I'm scared of the head though. I'm very scared of the head. Oh, and then there's the new Book of Stabbing. How good are we against that? Yeah, that one could be bad too. Let's skip. Yeah, if you can block consistently, then the Book of Stabbing isn't so bad, but like this deck, like look, I mean, this is a perfect example. If I draw a hand like this against the Book of Stabbing and I just get the wounds right off the bat, like it could get really bad. So thinking about it, the fire breathing wasn't even good there because it's always going to hit his armor. I think this deck isn't so good. It's pretty similar damage, but I guess I'd rather not draw. I want to keep the Impervious in my deck. Oh, we have to draw anyway. I forgot we have more energy now. Jesus. Okay. That's fine. Making a lot of mistakes today. So, cleave, just to have it. Yeah, we can cleave. And then, what now? We've upgraded our pommel strikes, so we can upgrade, Could upgrade Bludgeon. Could upgrade Metallicize. I think those are the two main ones. Metallicize upgrade isn't that great. It's just one more block, so... But it's always there. I'll go Bludgeon. Let's go big. Seems like we're playing it most of the time. Can you ever lose your relics? You can't. Not even intentionally. Like if I decided someday that I want to use potions and want to be a mad alchemist, I can't drop this. Gremlin Horn. That's really good actually. With all of our we have really good efficiency against packs, so this is gonna help. We can like pick off something with a Carnage or a Bludgeon and then keep going. So that's actually really good for our build. Ooh, ugh. See, this is what I'm talking. See, but this is why it's good that we have all these tools against packs, because we can just kill this guy. Have 2 energy left. Although I'm not sure the most efficient way to do it. Like, I guess I want to pommel Bludgeon and then see what my options are instead of playing this. But normally this encounter is kind of a nightmare. Yeah, okay. Going with the bludgeon on top? Maybe. Bludgeon's pretty good against this guy. Maybe the shockwave, I don't know. It's one or the other. What else is in my deck? I have the impervious. I'm low on blocks. Let's do shockwave. Bring bludgeon back. I did shockwave because I'm low on blocks, so I figure I'm taking damage this turn. I think it's right. I mean, I could have also brought like Shrug It Off back. That's a little more like, this is kind of a hedge. The Shrug It Off would be the most timid option. This is like in between. Kind of gross. Guess I'll use it though. My Carnage is already exhausted, so let's get this out. Let's see. Did that not do damage? I'm pretty sure that we ran into the bug again. My headbutt didn't do damage. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm wrong. I would have to rewind. It didn't seem like it dealt damage, but I could be wrong. That bug, I mean, the bug's been plaguing me. Yeah, I don't think it did damage. It's like the 4th time on stream. And like the 10th time total that it's happened to me. I'm a little bit confused. It feels like it's only happening to me, but it happens to me so often that I can't believe there aren't other people reporting it. Alright, we don't need a bloodletting. Okay. Man, I really wish I had gone for the dual wield fire breathing deck. I could have really made it happen. But now that we have a second pommel strike, I'm okay getting this. Maybe madness? Oh, madness is good. Madness is good. I would have to give up my removal though, but it's worth it. Madness is really good here. No, the bug has nothing to do with headbutt. The bug is like, you play a card, specifically a targeted card, you play it and it just does nothing and uses the energy but doesn't have an effect. It's happened multiple times. The other times I've always like restarted from the start of the battle, but that time it wasn't that important. Okay, so is it italicized now or Carnage? Now that we got the madness, the Carnage is better. But I still don't know if I'm using it every time. So let's do metallicize. Oh yeah, and then we're not gonna have 50 for this guy, so that's a little sad. Maybe it wasn't right to get madness. If it's two removals versus the madness, that's a little bit. But the madness will be good. Madness will be good. Madness is good against this guy too. I mean, it's been reported. I've reported it twice, and then I think my viewers have also reported it. So... what is this hand? Why don't I have Lux? 0 cost pommel strikes, let's go. 1 cost bludgeons. Pretty nice neck. On a scale of 1 to snack. Alright, nothing here for us. So it's the collector. So I'm confident going to collector with 60 HP. The elite would mean I probably have to and we're still scared of the book, so let's not. Man. It's like 3 card removals in a row that we haven't gotten. It's fine. We're pretty low on basics. We've gotten to remove several. Okay, awkward turn to have Shockwave. Probably we still do it though. It's too many turns to cycle back, so. Although I will keep the madness in the deck. Yeah, I mean, people have already reported it. I mean, thank you, I guess. I don't know if, like, they've never contacted me about it. I have no idea if they care or what. Yeah, so we probably have to impervious here, so... Does that mean no Carnage? I want to play the Carnage, though. I mean, I could just Carnage Impervious, but then I don't get... right now. So impervious blocks almost everything if I wreck this charge. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna get energy back. So I'm gonna have a total of 5 energy if I kill this guy. So let's do that. Yeah, it's probably crazy to do anything. Well, I mean, I could kill another guy and be vulnerable with 1 energy. And play Metallicize and take a lot. That would be a lot of damage. I don't think I want to do that. This relic is, this mushroom relic is saving my ass. Like, it happens to me so often that I can't believe it's not happening to other people. And I don't know why it would be happening to me and not others. Yeah. Maybe I should have headbutted something on top. This hand's pretty unremarkable. It happened to you once? Yeah, but I mean, you shouldn't have to, right? Like, the game shouldn't require you to move really slow in order to avoid the bug. Let's see. You... And then we can just attack twice and I'll die. Oh yeah, and we get... Yeah, maybe I should have actually used cards on them since I get them back. Although I get these cards for next turn, so I'm not sure. Gremlin Horn is pretty good in this fight. Okay, so we could try to turn it into a 50-50 on Bludgeon, but... don't know. I don't think that's good. Like, I want to bludgeon this turn no matter what, so I think I want to just do this. Let's put the bludgeon back, actually. So, spend 3 energy to kill one guy. So I might as well just bludgeon. It's not enough. It would be enough with the fire breathing, but then I'm just exposed. Man, I don't even know if it's worth it to play these. Technically, it doesn't matter, probably, because I should win this fight no matter what, but... Did I exhaust my carnage? I guess I did. Alright. Easy peasy. Double tap. Double tap seems good. Well, is it? Yeah, sure it is. I mean, it's good with the multiple attack thing, and it's good with bludgeon. We don't have, like, that many cards that it's really great to double tap, but, I mean, even Pommel Strike is good, right? So, I think we're gonna take, How much do we need the 5th energy? Because it's Curse Key versus Lizard Tail. I guess we're still a little energy starved sometimes. Sometimes it's weird. Our deck's a little inconsistent. Like, if we don't draw our big cards, we have too much energy, but if we do, then... So I would consider Lizard Tail here. The 4th energy is a lot more important than the 5th. Like, we have Madness and some zeros. It's gonna be wasted sometimes. But probably we're never going to die anyway, so let's just do this. Donu and Deka, alright. I like seeing that. What's the Igloo do in the middle? Oh, sorry, I should have hovered. The Runic Dome is +1 energy, but you don't see enemy intents. So you don't get to see what the enemies do. It's pretty much, it's maybe the worst downside of all the plus energy items, but for some decks it can be good. So we want merchants, tons of merchants. Ideally a merchant after a chest, because we're going to have a curse we want to remove. And this is the only one, so we probably have to go to one of these. This is a same amount of campfires. Yeah, they're pretty much equal. Get this guy. This guy deserves a buff. I would like to see this guy get buffed. So yeah, like sometimes our energy is not going to be very useful like this. I mean, the Runic Dome is legitimately like the best energy item for some decks, like block decks. We had a Runic Dome deck not too long ago. Also, I think still, like, if it's your first energy item, then the fourth energy is still better than almost any downside. Like, it's still worth it in at least half of all decks, I would say. It's not as suicidal as you think. Energy is just really important. I was trying to figure out... Wait, is that just lethal 5261? Plus the fire breathing? Okay. Man, so much regret. We could have had it all. Could have had the dual wield fire breathing madness. Although I haven't seen any clashes. You kind of need clashes in that deck too. So, but we could. It would have been a bunch of reckless charges instead of clashes, which is interesting. Is the dual wield? It's not good here, right? No. I mean, we have the madness and the 2 reckless charges, but this is a pretty awkward hand. This is why I was considering not taking the Kurski, just taking the Lizard Tail instead. We do have hands like this. I mean, I guess we're going in. Get the block, it actually makes up for the... Wait, that's not lethal? That's not lethal. God, why isn't that lethal? I don't have a fire breathing out. Oh, this is lethal. I'm dumb. I have 5 energy. Go see armor plus. So how are we? I don't know. How do we feel about our blocks? What do you feel about our weak? Actually, I want the clothesline. We're facing Donu and Deka, so the shockwave is not going to be enough. We're going to need something else. We're going to need something else. So I think we want the clothesline. And we have plenty of energy, so that's not an issue. Against like the awakened one, the shockwave is enough, but... Two plus 3, 25. Yeah, our deck can't make use of this energy very well, really. Eh. There's probably a lethal in here somewhere. Like, like there. That's probably lethal. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I took this madness, but it was probably better to just remove and not take it. Man, I love Rampage, but this isn't really the deck for Rampage. Is it? I don't know. It would be okay. It's already upgraded, so it'd be okay. Obviously, we have Headbutt and we have Double Tap. But other than that, like, we're not cycling very quickly, so it's... In regular fights, it's going to have really low value. In boss fights, it's going to be... It might get to 24, but... It's not, like... It's not amazing. Alright, let's work on that removal. Impervious number 2. Impervious sounds like it could be good. So obviously, oh, no, that's remove. I think defends at this point. I don't know. Let's buy the impervious. Well, here's some big cards. Here are all our big cards. Do we... I really want to get the Shockwave out, but is that better than... It probably is better than Bludgeon, honestly. It's only 9, so yeah, I don't want to do that. Okay, so can hope to draw into something big. Otherwise, double tap Pommel Strike is still fine. So we're at 12 right now. Make ice cream appear. Ice cream would be really good for this build. Our energy is very inconsistent. Double tap reckless charge? I don't know. I think I'm actually going to double tap strike. Double tap has not been, it's not been amazing. Be better with an upgrade. So here he goes. Bash Bludgeon is what? 63? 71, okay. Ugh. We've had a lot of skips, a lot of card choices that aren't really good for us. Like, I think we've seen 5 perfected strikes or something in this run and a bunch of heavy blades. It's like not really helpful. I'm considering Warcry because, well, we have one upgrade obviously that we want to do, but other than that, we're hitting 4 campfires, so I might just take the Warcry because I think we've got the upgrade to use on it. Nothing better, really. I had a perfected strike win, but it, you know, it's viable, but like it's tier 4 or something. I had 4 perfected strikes, a bunch of pommel strikes. I mean, it's pretty much what you'd expect, like 1 or 2 twin strikes, and then my perfected strikes were hitting for 49, I think. But it was just like that's all the deck did, you know. It had big perfected strikes, and then the rest of the deck was kind of filled with garbage because you have to keep your deck relatively thin with a low amount of block, so. More madness? My god. It's too much madness, honestly. It's too much. I really wish this was the old event, because there are so many times when I want to turn down madness, but... we have to take the stupid curse and remove it at the merchant now. Oh yeah, we get another curse. Forgot about that. Forgot about the curse key. So upgrade, probably not Carnage. Probably a block. Third metallicize. Alright, I'll take that. Oh, and battle trance. Can we afford everything? Are we... I think we just barely afford everything. I think Writhe is worse for us. Yeah, so we can buy these both. I think I will. I mean, Battle Trance has a few... Like, there are a few pommel strikes and things that interfere, but usually we can play those first. I think more card draw is definitely what this deck needs. Actually, Battle Trance kind of makes me wish I had taken Madness, but... Oh, it's this asshole. It's this asshole. Well... See, if this were the old version, I'd feel pretty happy about my fire breathing. Let's see if we can save the Impervious. Okay, we can. Although, well, yeah, I don't need to play Reckless Charge, there's no reason. See if I can hit Carnage with this. Nope. Alright, it'll be 0 next time we draw it. Doesn't matter. Right. Well, we didn't draw our bludgeon yet, so maybe we can unload on his off turn here. Yeah, that's what I like to see. Get wrecked. And we get the new bronze scales. These are 3 now instead of 2, which is mostly meaningless. We keep getting all these strength cards, man. Keep getting all these like heavy blades and sword boomerangs and stuff. So that's 60? Wow, 60 is a very convenient number. I don't think I've ever, like, just turn 1 destroyed that guy before. I mean, it doesn't matter what I put on top. Yeah, I like getting that guy out of there, man. He's really annoying. These guys aren't so bad. Once you get to know them, you know, they're pretty nice. 14, we're getting attacked for 14. Right. Or 18, oh yeah, I confused this icon with this one. But either way, couldn't have attacked. Right, yeah, Poison Potion, well, he has Artifact. He has Artifact, so you have to wear down his Artifact first. Not the best double tap of all time. Bludgeon kills this dude, but I'd have to take damage. think... Well, I guess in this case I'd regen it, so it wouldn't be so bad. But, you know, taking damage sucks. It's my habit not to take damage. Okay, so this is fine. So we'll regen it. Jesus, why? The game is not giving me the cards that I want. Just none of this stuff works with my deck. I feel a little underpowered, honestly. Like, we haven't gotten many cards from battles because we keep skipping and nothing's good. Like, do I want Burning Pact? I already have the Battle Trance. I guess I'll take the Burning Pact. See, we have 3 attacks, so 15, can't kill him. Yeah, but we'll get the fan proc. Is there anything we want to put on top? I don't think we want to put this on top, so... Just get rid of this, I guess. I shouldn't have done that, actually. How much are we blocking for? 20. No, maybe it was fine. We're actually blocking for exact with this. Depending on whether I proc the fan or not. Yeah, I guess this guy's at 7, so it's awkward. I would have to... I guess I charge him. We draw the curse, but I mean... Or we don't draw the curse. We don't draw anything. We'll get the energy back. This blocks everything. Yeah, this is fine. Although I guess we'd rather clothesline and lose the ethereal. Lose the carnage, rather. But I shouldn't have put the curse on top because I wasn't playing all my cards anyway. Playing really sloppy today, but hopefully I'll be sufficiently warmed up before the silent run. Jesus, man. Actually, Thunderclap should be good for the shapes. Thunderclap is good for the shapes fight. This will wear down the artifact. Normally I wouldn't take it, but considering our boss, it's fine. And we're at full health, so let's upgrade Trance? Or Metallicize, I don't know. Our blocks are pretty bad. Our 2 Impervious are gonna be lost at some point in this fight, so... not sure how I feel about it. Like, I actually feel pretty weak with this deck right now, but I usually don't have much doubt in my heart when I enter this fight, but in this case, I'm a little doubtful. Little doubtful of our chances. Do we headbutt the Carnage? I don't think so. I have to decide like what. So I'm probably playing Impervious this turn, which means I'm not playing Shrug It Off, so I go Pommel Strike first. You always want to do your normal draws before your Warcry. So I guess we'll Pommel Strike first. I'm not playing that. Like, it would be nice if I could get some other debuff so that I can weaken what's-his-face, but so I can put Shrug It Off on top, Pack to the Seeing Red, Pack the Decay, Clothesline, Impervious. Don't get to play Fire Breathing in that line. But I mean, Pacting the Decay probably has to be right. Well, we get to draw more cards, so maybe we'll change. Yeah, it doesn't matter what I put on top. Maybe we'll change our minds. I don't know, what if Pacting the Decay isn't right? It probably is. It's probably better than playing a Fire Breathing. Okay. We drew double tap. So I could just go all out here. I would... Let's see, I would only get one fan proc, so I'd be blocking for 8, but I would weaken him. And I would save the Impervious. I mean, Impervious is always going to be good later when I draw it, so maybe that's fine. I'm going to draw a lot of cards. I could draw into Madness. I could draw into Battle Trance and then Madness. I could cycle pretty hard here. Yeah. Let's see, 3. There's Madness. This is totally luck of the draw. Let's see what we get. Oh, that's nice. Actually, now I think I keep focusing the donut. The donut's gonna attack next turn, so he'll be weak for next turn, and then I just Impervious. Something like that. I really want to get Fire Breathing out, but well, maybe. Yeah, this will weaken him for his next turn. Plus, you know, we want to focus him. But then maybe I could just shrug or go see Armor Fire Breathing, and I'd be blocking for most of this. Take 8. Get the Fire Breathing out. Okay. Actually, I could even attack because I'll get 4 block. It's maybe worth it. Yeah, actually, let's do that. It'll get this artifact stack off. Just kind of taking the aggro route here, but I think this is alright. We get a lot of Fire Breathing ticks. And we do take 14, but the Impervious is saved. This guy's weak. Okay, well. This probably can't be worth it. $12.17. It's Hand of Mediocrity. So our imperviouses are gone now, which scares me a little bit. This guy's gonna die. Yeah, it doesn't matter that much. I mean, do I care about losing Carnage? Don't know if I care. Like, probably want to lose Carnage actually, so it's fine. Oh yeah, we get an energy back too, so we can exhaust the bash actually. Don't want to exhaust the bash. I want to exhaust this, probably. Yeah, let's get rid of this. Yeah, I was hoping that would be a bludgeon. I was hoping that would be a bludgeon. Alright, I think Metallicize is keeping us alive here. So that's why you take Metallicize in an offensive deck, because you don't have to worry too much about drawing your blocks. Is that lethal? That looks like lethal. No? It's not quite. He's not vulnerable anymore. I mean, with fire breathing maybe it is? With fire breathing it might be exact. I think it's exact lethal with fire breathing. Or one extra, okay, good enough. No. I think that is the weakest deck that I won with on stream. that deck didn't feel great. It was very inconsistent. Yeah, Bludgeon's really good. Even if it doesn't fit your strategy, just having all the attack concentrated in one card is very strong. Same with Impervious. Actually, Impervious was like MVP of that run. So silence next. I'll let you guys decide. Should we stay on the beta or go to release? Because I think release is a little harder. So, but beta has the new cards. So like, if it weren't for the viewers, I would probably just be playing on release because I think it's harder. But I know that people probably want to see the new cards more. Yeah, 8-0 so far. We're going for 10. We're going for 10. If I hit 10, maybe we might switch to something else. I don't know. I feel like there's only so much I can do in this game. So do you guys want the beta or do you want release? Beta? I figure most people want the beta. It's my assumption. You want to sleep? Don't sleep. Stay up. Only 2 more runs. Well, I mean, the beta has more content, obviously, because it's the beta. It has everything that the release has and like a couple new enemies, but it's easier. It's easier, I think. That's why I don't know how much I consider it valid for the win streak, but people always want to see the beta, so they tell me to play the beta. Oh, I don't know. We'll stay on the beta. It's not that much easier. It's just Venomology is replaced by a better rare, and you can see the boss names. So I think those 2 things make it easier. And the new enemies are easier also. Flame Bruiser is like a complete... Flame Bruiser is just shouldn't exist. It's too easy. Okay, guys, I'll let you guys vote. Since we're silent, this isn't a valid option, but the other 2 are fine. So you can vote on the random rare or a random common relic. Actually, do I want... Hold on, do I want to let this go to a vote? Is a random rare okay? I guess a random rare is okay. If it were Ironclad, then a random rare would be pretty dangerous. Like, the worst rare I could get is Bullet Time. Probably. I would have to, like, build my entire deck around it and maybe still not get it to work. But other than that, there's not many rares that are, like, really dangerous to get. Bullet Time and Nightmare both are kind of scary. One, okay. Wraith Form? Yeah, that's also maybe... that's also maybe kind of high on the list. We can build around Wraith Form, I don't mind. I don't hate it as much as some people do. It's a little weak, but it's still like... The archetype is still totally fine. So, with that in mind though, we're going to want to avoid elites on Zone 1. Which is awkward because all the merchants are over here with the elites. They're hanging out. Like, this is a double elite path. We can't do that. Oh no, this is one elite. Well, maybe we have to. This path is so much better than anything on the right side. Is it? Same amount of campfires, but we get the 2 merchants. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not worth it. Let's, I don't know. Let's start here. If we're building around Wraith Form, then early elites are really dangerous. Do I think Apotheosis is the best common? You mean, by common you mean neutral, right? I think, well, Panache is the best card, but it's gotten nerfed in the beta. So if you're playing in the beta, then yeah, probably, but it's not worth buying every time. I think it's... I don't know, I usually don't buy it. I think that relics are usually a better buy, if you have the money, but sometimes it's worth buying. But I would agree that it's the best neutral. Oh, it was nerfed on live too? Okay. Then yeah. think like if you plan out your paths and you upgrade a lot instead of resting, then your deck ends up to where most of it is upgraded. All your priority upgrades will be met. So the apotheosis in the end just upgrades like your basic cards, your basic strikes and defends and stuff, which isn't really that impressive, and it gives like a +3 to the rest of your cards. It's okay, but like not necessarily worth 200 gold. Alright, so escape plan is perfect for what we're trying to do. We're just gonna obviously run into time eater, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what we do before then. We're just gonna die to time eater with this Wraith form deck. Okay, transform is dangerous, but also transform could also let us take on an elite, so it's... What's like the word? If I got like Catalyst, or I'm trying to think of like the really awful cards I could get with Transform. I mean, there are a lot of good things I can get with Transform that I would like to take an elite with, though. But I have to transform a strike, so it's... Can also upgrade. We just upgrade Wraith form or neutralize. We're hitting one campfire on the way. I mean, in general, upgrade is the lowest value option, so... Alright, let's do it. It doesn't really fit with Wraith form, that's the problem. But maybe. Okay, well it doesn't make me want to take an elite. That transform is a fail. I'm actually a little worried now. Forget is always good. I think transform is good like 75% of the time there or more. It's the better EV option, but also the riskier one. Like, the main thing pulling me in favor of the transform is the fact that there's a merchant on the elite path to the left. So if we want to go that way, which I do, I want to hit the merchant, I'd have to fight the elite, in which case I need a better deck than what I have right now. So I wanted to try to upgrade my deck a bit. Like, if I just forget, I wouldn't feel confident taking on the elite. Flechettes. Okay, what is this deck doing? I don't know. Ultimately, I really do want Reflex. That's the kind of deck I want to build towards with Wraith form, but it's too much. It's like 3 dead cards in my deck off the bat. It's too much. So... I mean, Flechettes has obvious implications. So that's probably what I'll take. Three? Not bad. Red lights are different. Are they? Like, one of them debuffs and one of them gains strength, right? You always skip Wraith form, but is it good? Well, I got it randomly off the event in the beginning. It's not really good, no. It's not terrible, but like... I certainly wouldn't pick it as... I mean, you can build around it. you're about to see me build around it, so I guess you can decide for yourself whether it's good. But I'm definitely a little nervous about it. I think it just needs like a damage buff, a numbers buff. It's a little low. But if you're talking about the turbo cycle deck, I mean, it's a pretty good archetype anyway. Well, demon form isn't that great. I think wraith form is, yeah, it's not as good as demon form. But to say that it's not nearly as good as demon form, I'm not sure if that's true. Demon form is a card that I like to avoid for similar reasons. Like, it costs 3, it's really clunky to play, and it takes a long time before it starts to do anything. Okay, Tools of the Trade's always good. I mean, probably would take a Bouncing Flask too. The Flask would... Oh, it's Slime Boss anyway. It's not a good boss for Flask, but... Yeah, Tools of the Trade's pretty much good in every deck. Just take the donut. Do we want to be cursed? If we end up going the discard route, I don't mind taking the curse actually, but we're a little bit... This deck is already cursed by accuracy, so why don't we take the donut? We can upgrade Wraith Form, but it's not doing much in the deck right now, so probably Neutralize is safer. Yeah, I mean, Demon Form is basically... I consider it like a defensive card. People like to play it with a bunch of strength stuff, and then they die, but I think it's mostly like a win condition by itself. So you play Demon Form with a bunch of blocks, and just survive until you have enough strength that you can kill everything with strikes. So we don't want to take this elite, right? No way. Oh. It's this event again. Well, I don't need to heal at all, so I guess I'll anger them. Four. Not bad. It's not quite enough, though, to kill this guy. But so I guess we hit him. How much is Tools of the Trade worth? In this deck, it might be worth taking 5 damage to get it out. A lot of clunky draws. Two damage, huh? 2 damage to 6 this guy. If he's at 13, it's kind of hard to kill him next turn. It's close. I'll probably take the damage here. Do I prioritize potions? I mean, not in general. Like, Sozu is one of the best energy gain items because potions aren't generally that good. But, like, with the card Alchemize is pretty broken, I think. Like, generally, If I get a dex potion, like right now, I usually try to save it until the final boss. I think that potions are mostly useful for elites and for the final boss. I mean, use it whenever it's useful, but like dex and strength pots especially, I like to save. Let me think here. So this is 10 is enough, right? What does Alchemize do? Alchemize makes a random potion. It's a card in the beta, which hopefully you will see me get because it's really good. Oops, that doesn't matter. That would have been 2 more. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Okay, pretty good fight. We get the mushroom again. I mean, there's no, like, I guess to answer that question, there's no way to really prioritize potions. Like, you just get them. And if they're good, then use them, and if not, then save them. But generally though, you shouldn't ever be using potions versus the first 2 bosses, because you get a full heal after those fights anyway. So you should be saving, like, the final boss fight is the hardest fight of the game. So you should generally try to save potions for that if you can, or use them on an elite if you think that it'll save you health on an elite. Like, the potions are there to save you health on the way to the boss. They're not there to save you on the boss, in my opinion. So backflip is great. Obviously, it's exactly what we want in a skill-heavy cycle deck. God, I hate this accuracy. This accuracy is paining me. So this is just 0 now, right? It's not an 8 anymore. So all of our upgrades are number upgrades. So we should probably do Wraith form. Yeah, I mean, generally, just get a lot of campfires and don't rest is pretty much the strat. Which again is why I don't value Apotheosis super high. Sundial. That could be really good. I mean, I don't know how thin we're gonna get, but if we can get a good cycle deck with a lot of thinning, you know, the Sundial actually enables some pretty degenerate things. So that's, and we have Tools of the Trade, so I'm actually a little excited about that. I wouldn't say it's really good. I would say most of the time it's really bad, because most decks can't control when they get the energy, and you're going to build your deck around having your base amount of energy. You're not building it around having Sundial energy. So I would say in most decks it's actually not very good. Let me think here. Is it worth... It can't be worth taking 7 to get Wraith form out, so do we Survivor double strike or do we backflip? Probably Survivor. Let's put him in strike range. Right. Yeah, a deep breath. Yeah, that's true. It does work with deep breath. I guess I'll keep my eye out. I've never had that combo, but I've seen it work that way. Oh, right, that's not lethal. I have to... Alright. Yeah, I guess the green ones don't strength up, do they? They just debuff you. Never thought about it. So the red ones are the dangerous ones. Oh, Nightmare. Yeah. We're trying to be that kind of deck. Right now we're not yet. So it's a little awkward to have a Nightmare, but I think in the long term that's the deck we want to be. Especially if we can get deep. Oh my god, Nightmare Deep Breath with the Sundial would be nuts. But even on just like an escape plan or something, it's pretty good here. So this is where we take this and then die to Time Eater. Yeah, I've had Nightmare twice, and it's been kind of mediocre both times, but I haven't had a deck like this where I want to get the skills going. The skills must flow. Short term, our deck is very bad. Like, we actually have like no offense, and I mean, not much of anything really going for us. Like, the slime boss is the easiest boss, but I still think we need something more offensive here before we get to the boss. Anything. I mean, a dash, any card that's offensive would be helpful. Ooh. We like acrobatics. We also like footwork. This is a tough choice. Probably footwork. It's rarer and probably is going to be needed for like escape plan backflip stuff. Acrobatics is like a bad backflip in some ways. If you're not relying on the discard, it's just it's a skill. It draws you cards. It's good. It helps cycle Sundial, but you'd rather have more backflips. I really want to go off here, but it's too much damage. Wish I had like an energy potion. I would certainly use that. This deck wants something. I don't know. This deck just wants an attack. Like, I need to be able to kill the slime boss. I'm actually worried. A little worried. Oh, yeah. Like, we have no way to deal damage is the issue. Oh, right, of course. Yeah, I mean, footwork helps, but like, if we had 4 energy, well, with Sundial we can maybe hit it. But if we had like 4 energy, we could actually, you know, Wraith form and block. We don't have that option. Yeah, kind of getting wrecked. There's Sundial. Ugh. Disgusting. It's even better, like... I don't know if Nightmare is even better than Strike in this situation. I'm just putting more defense in my deck, like... I think that Strike is actually better. $22 is not 23. I could Swift Pot here. Oh, but I have no skills to draw. So flechettes won't be bigger. I could draw Neutralize. I need to get out of this hell. I mean, I can block all the damage. I guess it's only 24. I guess I'm fine with flechettes plus block. Take 2. Ugh. So we have to rest at last campfire, probably. To hope we get something offensive here. Yeah, it's really worrying. It's not like I mean, I just haven't seen anything. Haven't been given the option. I mean, against the boss, we can get the Wraith form out, so we won't be just dealing nothing. We can take a turn to get the Wraith form out. It's not a big deal. But even so... Okay, Energy Potion helps. I mean... I still think we have to take the Acrobatics. We'll just rely on the Wraith form, I guess, for the boss fight. No. I think it'll be alright. I mean, the Wraith form is upgraded. It's just like really awkward to get it out in a random fight where you're being attacked every turn. But here it's totally fine. The Nightmare's awkward too. I mean, I wanted to upgrade it, but I think we had to rest. Maybe we didn't. Maybe I should have just upgraded it. But it's not even good, right? Upgraded. There aren't many situations where we play it. How did you know? In the beta you can see the name of the boss before you get there. It's part of the reason I think the beta is a little easier. They're trying to make the game easier, which I don't appreciate. But I guess for most people that's useful. Is this our sundial? Why did this switch to 0? Does that mean it's going to give us the energy? I feel like that should actually be clarified. Anyway, 1 defend covers it anyway. Yeah, I think that should be fixed. That's actually feedback. Like it should tell you how much energy you're gonna have while you're deciding on the tools of the trade. So I guess we copy neutralize. I mean, sure. It's not a bug. It's just the animation happens after tools of the trade does. Matsuri, you can see it. Well, hold on a sec, I'll show you. Wait, should I play this? I think I should play this accuracy here. You can see it on the map in the beta. You can see who you're fighting. It's better to discard this. Yeah, we're actually fine. Maybe I didn't even need a rest. I guess I didn't. I still have all my potions and everything. Could have upgraded. That's what you get when... Oh yeah, and we get the neutralizes in our deck for later. That's actually useful. That is useful. Yeah, don't turn your back on the ways of greed. Greed is always good. Eight. Not quite. You have 1 skill. Right. I mean, I could have taken some damage to get up in the last fight. I took like what, 15 damage in the last fight. So I think if I took like 10 damage to get Wraith Form up, it probably would have been more. So I think I saved damage by not doing that, but in the boss fight it's much easier to get it up. Oh right. Oh, he's splitting. I should have targeted everything on him, but it's fine. Yeah, Wraith Form is random. I don't know. Maybe if Wraith Form was AoE, I think it would be a little broken. So I'm not sure what the fix is. That's true. It would be more similar. I mean, you can't really make it targeted, can you? You can't make like a triggered ability targeted in this game, really. Ooh. Ooh. So After Image is pretty spicy. I kind of want the second... I don't know. Part of me wants the second Nightmare, but it's clearly not as good as After Image. We also have the accuracy for Storm of Steel, so that's also something. But After Image has to be the pick. Okay. Well, didn't get that energy that we wanted. I mean, actually, in a Wraith Form deck, Runic Dome might be okay. Because mostly we're just going to be cycling backflips anyway. Like, we're not really concerned But it's still... I mean, our game plan is just play a bunch of backflips and escape plans, in which case we're not too concerned about whether the enemy is attacking specifically, but there are definitely going to be times where we're going to want to know. I think it's the best for us though. Energy is just too valuable. Like 4th energy is too valuable here. All right, we got the collector. Okay, double merchant route. We want that. 3 campfires is fine. There's not more than 3 on any route, so we'll have to face an elite. I think that's okay though. Floor 2 elites, zone 2 elites should be all right for us actually. Well, I say all right, but I mean it won't be devastating probably. Otherwise we could skip an elite on the left side, but then we miss a merchant and we really need some card selection here. I take Runic Dome when there's nothing else, basically. I mean, it's awkward here, obviously. He's probably going to debuff me, but sometimes he does attack on turn 1. So we're skill burn this turn, right? Or no, this is just hexed. The statue's decent. It basically gives you double the amount of potions because you normally get one every other fight. So it doubles your potion gain, but it's not +1 energy. Like +1 energy trumps everything. This is actually a fight where the dome is pretty harmful because we don't know how many blocks we're supposed to play. LOL. Alright. I'm gonna draw the Nightmare. I don't know, do we? Like, do we want a Nightmare in this fight? Maybe not. Wound Warrior. I mean, the wound build for Ironclad, yeah, I mean, generally you want to play Exhaust and maybe have some wounds. You don't just want to fill your deck with wounds. That's not usually a good idea. You need some amount of Exhaust. Like, the wound deck is basically an Exhaust deck that also happens to have wounds. This fight really sucks with the Runic Dome. This is not representative of how the dome normally functions, but this is like a pretty clear indication of what the downside looks like. Wasn't too bad, I mean, all things considered. Ooh, acrobatics plus, outmaneuver plus. Both really good. Probably the outmaneuver, I think. Depending on... yeah, probably the outmaneuver. Okay, so... more escape plans is good. More backflips is good. More flechettes, I guess, is good. Considering that we're going to be skill heavy and... oh, footwork is also good. Right, I would take escape plan over backflip mostly because of the nightmare, but maybe footwork. Now we need... need a little more cycle. I think we should take escape plan. Heel hook's also an option actually, right? It's similar, it's just a free card that deals damage instead of blocking. It's not a skill though. I guess it's not a skill. Let's take the escape plan. The issue is time eater that we're gonna get 100%. And I don't know how to build. This is like one deck type that I really do not know how to build without dying to time eater. Like I don't know. Well-laid plans. Maybe... oh, paper crane. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that crane. Alright, now I feel a lot better. I instantly feel better about the run. Setup and well-laid plans are both, like, okay. I don't know if this deck wants plans, though. Plans helps with some of these expensive cards sometimes, like you outmaneuver, hold a Wraith Form. Helps with flechettes. Yeah, it's probably good. Get out of here. We don't have any curses or anything. Alright, that was nice. I like that. Paper crane is busted, so... hopefully we'll get a leg sweep or something, but... I mean, ideally this deck wants to be cycling a lot to get back to neutralize anyway. All you need is the one neutralize. Well, even... the damage won't matter even if we Wraith Form first, so let's draw first. Yeah, we probably have to get Wraith Form out. Didn't get rid of accuracy? No. I mean, strike is just a card I never want to play. Strike is one more damage than playing a skill. So it's practically a curse. Accuracy at least could do something maybe someday. Two, three. Yeah, I'm starting to hate this dome, but what are you gonna do? Alright, he's only 6. I thought he was 7. That's right, he's only 6. Oh. It's the other guy. The other guy that's 7. The malleable guy. Do I ever remove normal blocks and... well, you just saw me do it there. Yeah, I mean, you definitely want to remove normal blocks and strikes, but generally, you never want to upgrade your strikes and blocks. Never. I mean, unless you get the event that upgrades all of them. So So okay, so normally you wanna remove strikes first. Not all of them, but you want to remove strikes with a higher priority than blocks. And I mean, there's no reason to ever upgrade your basics, because like upgrading a survivor, for instance, would just be better. Because upgrading the basic block gives you 3 block, and upgrading this also is 3 block, and this is a better card that you're going to want to play more often. And then most upgrades in general are going to be better than that, even like a 3 number upgrade is about the worst upgrade you can get. So sundial. Oh, now we're going off, kinda. Alright, this only decreases from attack damage, huh? So we should have saved the attack. Right, well, I mean, sure, strikes are good if you have, like, perfected strike, I guess. Oh, this guy never uses a big attack on turn 1. Interesting. Where do you get the data? Are you like data mining or something? You seem to know a lot about the actual ratios. How big is this? 16. All right, so we have some lethal here. Well, the enemies have essentially a deck, right? So like if they use that big attack, they can't use it for some amount of time afterwards until their deck is reshuffled. That's my understanding, is that the enemies have decks just like you do. So choke is interesting. It kind of fits with the strategy, but at the same time it's an attack and it's expensive, so it kind of makes the deck clunkier. Probably don't want it, actually. Eviscerate, we're not really there. I want more weaken, because I have the crane, but I don't think Sucker Punch is the answer. I think we want leg sweep, or... I mean, I almost took that blind earlier. Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, choke is it's pretty good, but the problem is when you're in this kind of deck, if you're just cycling and going off, like you draw this 2-cost card that you can't play, it just gets in the way. I mean, sure, under ideal circumstances, it's a good card, but... Alright, Blur is perfect. Oh, but we can't afford it. Yeah, it would have been perfect. Blur is the card we're looking for, mostly. Can't afford it, though. Malaise is... Maybe Malaise? I don't know. It's a 0-cost skill. When upgraded, it actually does something at 0 too. Applies weaken. Maybe we want Malaise. I think it's fine, yeah. And sometimes gives us an energy sink. Yeah, Blur is exactly what we want, because Blur lets us block without, you know, with the Runic Dome, like, we don't have to worry about whether they're attacking or not. So, After Image or Nightmare. Gotta upgrade Nightmare to make it playable, really. Same with Malaise, I mean, kind of. I think Nightmare first. We have a lot of upgrades. Against the Book of Stabbing. It's true. It's possible I should have upgraded the Malaise first in anticipation of this elite coming up. Alright, so we can send the bird to the ground. Fuck this guy, though. Gotta face this guy again. Alright, got the nightmare escape plan against against the worst possible enemy. Do I even do it? Like, it's bad, right? I'm gonna fill my deck with dazes. Maybe just nightmare the neutralize. I want to malaise this guy for like 2, and then he'll just do nothing to me. 2, 1, I don't know, maybe just 1 is fine. Yeah, they don't always though, sometimes they attack on turn 1. I was hedging a little bit. 4 or 7? Okay. Okay. Nice outmaneuver turn. Pretty much what I was looking for. Yuck. It's gonna be bad. I'm gonna pop regen, actually. This fight is gonna last a while. Oh, well, we got a skill we can play, I guess. So that doesn't even kill him, so I have to use this on him. Oh, that wasn't even enough? Wait. Did it? Oh, it rounded down on 3? Okay, interesting. Expected it to be 2 twice, but it was 1 twice. So, Mr. Chosen, what are you going to do this turn? What are you going to do, buddy? I think you're attacking. I got the read. Alright, this guy's pretty easy to read. I didn't, it was a small attack though, I didn't need it. I mean, it's not strictly better because I get a daze. That's the issue. It wouldn't be strictly better anyway, since strike is... Oh, I guess, yeah, strike is less damage, but... He's been pretty nice so far. He hasn't punished me on the turns where I haven't blocked for his big attack. Two. Thrilling gameplay. Alright, full health for the elite. It is these guys. This is an annoying one too, not to have the information. Well, Nightmare Neutralize is useful here. We can weaken all of them. So I guess that's what I'll do. Probably should have deck spotted. I think I should have. It's only 2 damage now, but I'll deck spot next turn, I think. Okay. So if I only have 1 block in hand, I don't know. So what's our block at? 5, 12, so it'd be 14. It's probably worth. I don't know, they're all going to be at half damage from the weaken, which is nice. Ah! Can't play it. I need to draw my... Oh, it's my last card, so I will draw my well-laid plans. Thank you. And I even get to play Wraith Form on an outmaneuver turn. It's pretty sweet. The Paper Crane helps a lot. I mean, we're kind of over-blocking anyway, but it's nice that they're all dealing half. The deck is starting to come together. Although we still don't have like the ability to target a guy. You know, we can't really just say kill this guy except with flechettes. So I guess we'll do that. This is why Blue would be so good. Blue would put us in total goldfish mode. Hmm. Yeah, all told, seems like we're handling things pretty well here. And the collector shouldn't be a problem, so... all we gotta do is dodge Time Eater, I think. And maybe pick up, like, some caltrops, or fumes, or... Anchor? That's really good for us, because that lets us play Wraith Form turn 1 if we draw it. That's very helpful. Adrenaline? Can't really turn it down, I guess. Mango. We have a lot of health. Very fruity. How do we feel about fights versus events right now? I want it all. I need a lot of different things. There are some cards that I need, but I guess events are probably more helpful right now for removal. Speaking of removal. Yeah, I'm not sure how often we will exercise the toque. Because we've got like 3 upgrades to do first, but... could be nice. Well, this is a terrible hand for for fighting these guys. Ugh. Alright, well at least we're gonna get the Wraith Form next turn. Could Nightmare Well-Laid Plans? Does that make sense? I want to outmaneuver though. It doesn't make sense. I mean, we could also Nightmare the Neutralize, which makes more sense, but I think outmaneuver is necessary to... I think outmaneuver is kind of necessary to get the Wraith Form out and everything. Is there a limit to how many relics you can have? I don't think so. I've been told that they scroll to the next row if you get too many, but I've never gotten that many. But they go all the way to the end. We're at 3. Less than half of our deck is skills, so we should probably just use this now. It's 15. So this is a nice fight for the domes. I know exactly what they're going to do every turn. All predictable. Oh, interesting. Interesting. So what? So if I kill... I mean, it's totally... it's really hard to focus one guy. But assuming I can kill one, I'm blocking 18. Probably okay. Kill one maybe? Maybe? Yeah, we've got 18 covered. I can actually malaise for one. Oh, but that guy isn't dying, so it's more. I'm dumb. I was counting that guy's dead. Targeting on Wraith Form is a little awkward. A little bit. Oh, right, and then we have to worry about overdraw. So why did we overdraw? We have 1 from the well-laid plans, 4 from the nightmare, and oh, tools. Okay, so that's gonna be an issue. Seven? That's not a bad number. So now it gets nutty. When you nightmare the escape plans and get a bunch of them in your deck, that's where the Wraith form goes off. It's coming together. Alright. Deflect. Deflect is very good. Again, we're just not gonna get Time Eater. That's the plan. Gamble. Oh, we can't afford gamble. Okay, then nothing. I do want this other Source of Weaken, but that's not the right card. Yeah, I hit the hand limit pretty often. Hit the hand limit pretty often. So I think we need to upgrade. I mean, After Image is obvious, and then Malaise is another one, Footwork is another one. Yeah, probably those are the main 3. So, After Image first. Like, maybe I can skip the Footwork upgrade in favor of removing a card, but I think that After Image and Malaise need to be upgraded. In this deck, just specifically Malaise, because we need to copy it and have it weaken at 0. This guy is like swaggering. I don't know. He's like kind of. I don't think I like it. It looks weird. Like, I can't imagine a knight actually moving like that. It doesn't look natural. Three Footwork. It's probably a good time to regen, I guess. This might have been a little ambitious, only blocking for 5 here. Probably was. I mean, it comes down to whether she attacks or not. A giant ass Malaise. Giant ass Malaise. Let's just block once and then Malaise for the rest, I suppose. How much Malaise do we need, really? I guess we don't need that much. She can't buff, but she can buff and then heal, which is what she usually does. Flechette's, where are you? Somewhere. Gonna overdraw. Or no, we're not. I mean. Okay, dead. Oh, we get Sundial. Okay. So I can play this. Flechettes are quite good. Pretty glad I picked those up. Blur? Blur, hello? I think I can safely, because she's got minus strength and weakens, so I think I can safely stall this turn to get the extra regen proc. Setup, yeah. Setup is probably the type of do-nothing card that we want, just to increase our count. I found out that setup does not work with Nightmare. If you Nightmare a setup card, it won't keep its cost, unfortunately. But still has a lot of uses in this deck, so. So I think that Malaise, well, now we need it. Now we need to upgrade this. So we have even more necessary upgrades. So maybe it was bad for that reason, because we want to start removing strikes, but. I guess we'll just Malaise for one. It's a little weak, but I really want to outmaneuver, and maybe we don't need to Flechettes. Maybe I can Malaise for two. It's mostly for the duration of the week rather than the strength. But like getting 12 damage on this guy isn't super important. There it is, my buddy. Okay, that's enough. I think. Might not be enough, actually. I guess we could take some damage, but he's, the big guy's weakened. Okay. And now the annoying thing about this fight is we can't target unless we draw Flechettes. Alright, that's great. Is it great? I mean, Nightmaring Deflect isn't the greatest thing in the world, but I guess that's what we do. Reflect all the things. All of them.